Hello vinyl community, how you doing? It's Matt here, and I'm back for another video. It's been almost 2 weeks, so I thought I'd better come back and say hi to you all, make sure you're all doing well, let you know I'm doing okay. So here we go. Today is kind of a response video. This is a response to Mean Mr. Mayo, to Joe. He did a great video earlier, and it inspired me to do a little short one right now to give my thoughts. Joe talked about the new upcoming release from Apple of the Beatles Christmas Messages. It's coming up December 15th, and it was officially announced a day or so ago, and it's being sold in advance. You can order it in advance from many different outlets, including the Fest for Beatles fans, and there's pictures of it up, what it's going to look like, and I won't go into the whole detail again. I'm sure you all saw Joe's video. He has so many subscribers, and he gave a great description of what it's going to be all about. It's going to have the 7 picture sleeves from the original flexi disc, only now it's going to be in brand new, beautiful colored vinyl, a different color for each of the Christmas messages the Beatles put out between '63 and '69. And he was talking about it, and he's excited about it, and he's rejoicing in it. And as I wrote back to him in my comment back to him, you can go read that, I said, I'm rejoicing right with you, Joe. I'm happy as a clam, and I can't wait for this release in a few weeks. I'm very excited about it, and I'm really, really happy to finally get it in official format. The first time I ever heard the Beatles Christmas Messages, just to give you a background, was probably back in the early 80s. I may be a little later than some of the old diehards, but it wasn't until like 1980 or 81 that I finally heard the Beatles Christmas Messages. A friend of mine, a big Beatles fan back then, who was quite a bit older than me, in the sense that he was like, you know, maybe 15 when the Beatles first came to the United States in '64, so he's got a few years on me. But he had all the Beatles Christmas Messages, the original Beatles Christmas Messages from '63 right through to '69. And he was kind enough, back when I was a teenager, I think I was 18 or 19 at the time, and I'd never heard this stuff before. He took his flexi disc and he recorded them onto a cassette tape for me, a homemade cassette tape. I'm sure many of you remember those days when you used to make compilation cassette tapes before everything was digital and Spotify or CDs or CDRs, whatever. But we used to get a big kick out of getting a mixtape or something placed on a cassette tape for us with many different either artists or a particular band like the Beatles, with like some rare stuff or live stuff that we'd never heard before. And he made me many cassettes like this, which, God, to this day they blew my mind. I just had never heard a lot of that stuff before. Live stuff from the Beatles and unreleased stuff that back in those days, you know, early 80s, you just couldn't get. Anyway, one of the big things that I had never heard before were the Beatles Christmas Messages. And so he was kind enough to put them on a cassette for me. I think that cassette's long gone. I have no idea whatever happened to the cassette. But I finally, back a few years ago, and maybe someone can help me a little bit about the one I do have of the Christmas Messages. Here it is right here. It's basically a vinyl album recreating the cover of the Christmas Messages when they were all compiled together on an album. I don't know, mine says something like album designed by Grockett, photo creations, Robert Bauman, you know, it's got Radio City, copyright 1970, not for sale, blah, blah, blah. I mean, I don't know, I don't think this is an original, folks. I'd be shocked as heck to find out it was. So maybe some of you out there can help me, tell me what, you know, again, I need help sometimes with this kind of Beatles stuff. I don't know what I have here. I am assuming this is a very well-produced bootleg. That's my guess. I'm just guessing. I got this many years ago. This is what it looks like. I'll show you close there. Maybe you could take a look at that for me. And tell me, I mean, what do I need to look for to know I have an original? I'm going to show you the vinyl in a minute also. But this is the compiled Christmas Messages. 63 through 66 are on side 1, and 67, 68, and 69 are on side 2. And this is what the inside looks like. Again, here's the back. Oh, let's just take the vinyl out for you. Again, here's the front. I mean, I'm guessing this is a very well done knockoff. I'm guessing. But if I'm wrong, that would be a blessing if you tell me that this might be an original. I don't think so, but thought I'd show it to you to get some help. Okay, and there, it's great shape, by the way. Again, I don't remember where I got this, and I do not remember what I paid for it. I just assumed it was a knockoff, which it very well could be. But, you know, you looking at it and maybe telling me some of the highlights or pointers about what to look for to determine that for sure, I'd appreciate it. But anyway, I'm showing it today because let's get back to the original thing here. I'm excited. I'm joyous. I am all pumped up about this new release coming December 15th to finally get the official Beatles Christmas Messages in individual form in 7 different colored vinyl discs with the original covers recreated and a nice little 16 or so page booklet with it. I'm very excited about it. And Joe, I want to thank you. If you watched this, you did a great job. You got me excited about it, talking about it, and you made some great points about why we should be happy about this, why we should be excited. And to all the naysayers, I'm with Joe on that. I mean, some people just look for a reason to complain about everything in the world of Beatles, no matter what's released. And Joe's right. Some things are legit. You know, there are some legit things to gripe about when it comes to new Beatle releases and things being put out there. But in some instances, it's just nice to appreciate what we are getting. It may not be 100% perfect. Let me tell you, I feel the same way as Joe. Not every Beatles release needs to be not criticized. I have had some releases come out by the Beatles over the years that just, you know, boggled my mind, and I couldn't understand why Apple or Capitol would even put them out. They just were like, you shake your head, like, why would they even put that out? But did I buy it? Yes, I did buy it. You know, no matter what was released, I did buy it because I am a fanatic. I am a big Beatles fan. And I buy whatever is kind of, you know, put out there as a new release, whether it's a reissue or something new like the anthology. I do buy it. But Joe is right. There are some things that deserve to be criticized, and there are some things about, I'm sure, this release, like he said, lack of a CD release along with the vinyl. It's a legitimate gripe, and people have the right to gripe about it. But sometimes people do on these forums and chat forums and things, they do overdo it a little bit, and Joe is right about that. You know, sometimes, you know, people need to mellow out a little bit, chill out. It's the Beatles, just enjoy it for what it is. And if you don't like this release, as Joe said, you don't have to buy it when it comes out on the 15th, but if you can buy it and you think you might enjoy it, then by all means enjoy it. But anyway, that was my little 2 cents. I just want to say that I'm all with it. This is just basically a response to Joe, that Joe, I'm with you. I'm a supporter of this new release coming out for the Beatles Christmas Messages. I can't wait. I'm excited about it, and I hope you all are too. Check it out. Let's all check it out when it comes out in a few weeks, and we'll get back here and talk about it and see what we think about it. So thanks everybody again. I appreciate it. God bless. Hope you're having a great weekend. Hope everything's been going well for you in the autumn. Thanks to my new subscribers, my old subscribers, and I really appreciate all your support, and I thank you. Take care. Bye-bye.